ladies and gentlemen. I am sitting here with really bad nerves, first of all, because I'm waiting on my second beta results. And so I'm going to go ahead and record my 2-week wait, and hopefully she will call while I am getting this done. We'll see. So I had my transfer on April 29th, which is a Friday. I had a little cramping afterwards, but that's it. So for a couple days after that, still the same thing, just slight cramping, nothing unusual. By the second day past my 3-day transfer, nothing, pretty much all the cramps had settled, nothing was really happening as far as that I can feel. 3 days past 3-day transfer, which would have been when hatching would have occurred, I started to feel like pin-like twinges, so to speak, and non-menstrual type pains. I was very gassy, like I had to burp a lot for some reason, and it just may have been just the day, may have been something that's totally unrelated. On that day, I had a dream about a little boy. He was like a big boy at that particular time. He was coming back with my husband from getting his haircut, and he was so excited about his haircut, saying, "Mommy, he got his haircut." And my husband had went to the barbershop that day, so maybe that dream just kind of came from there when I took a nap. 4 days past 3-day transfer, still hatching. The embryo should have still been hatching and should have started attaching. So at this point, I'm like going insane. I don't really know what's going in. I'm having crying spells. I cried for about 2 hours at work, and I was emotionally going through it that day. On 5 days past 3-day transfer, I still had my little crying spell, but I just only cried once, and it wasn't for that long. I felt like these lightning bolt pains going like through my vajayjay. It was like lightning. Felt like I've never been struck by lightning, but if I had to describe it, it would be like a lightning bolt of pain. 6 days past 3-day transfer, implantation should have continued because it should have begun on 5 days past 3-day transfer. I had flow type cramps in my tummy and my lower back. My boobs were sore on the side with the progesterone that had already been sore in like the nipple area, but now they were kind of like sore on the sides. And I had more shooting pains in my vajayjay. 7 days past 3-day transfer, the fetal should have been developing at that point. The fetal cells should have begun developing at that point, which would have been May 6th on a Friday. I don't know if it was kind of noisy. I just started to kind of feel sick to my stomach. My boobs were kind of sore all over. I had TMI, a lot of gas. And I saw a faint line when I tested. I did test at 7 days past 3-day transfer, and I had a very faint line on my pregnancy test when I tested. I tested first response. On 8 days past 3-day transfer, the placenta cells should have secreted the HCG into the bloodstream, but it looks like I was getting HCG on 7 days past 3 days transfer, and that could have been because of the assisted hatching, may have moved things up a little bit. I'm not sure. Pretty much my symptoms was the same. I started getting cold-like symptoms on about 1 day past 3-day transfer. I like sniffles, sore throat, like I was coming down with a full-blown cold, and that kind of lasted up until about 7 days past 3-day transfer, and then it subsided. Now we're at 9 days past 3-day transfer, should have been fetal development, HCGs continuing to go into the bloodstream. Nothing different from the other days, other than I do not still have the cold symptoms that went away on the day prior. I tend to have to take a nap in the middle of the day, and it's always the same time frame, anywhere between 11, and I normally wake up about 1:30-ish, 2. And it doesn't matter. I can sleep all night the night before, but I still have to take that nap for some reason from 11 to 2. And that's still consistent as of today. just for kicks and giggles on Mother's Day, I wanted to test I have the Clear Blue OPK. So I wanted to see what an OPK would say. If I'm testing positive for pregnancy, what would it trigger on the digital OPK? And it was a steady smile. So it was just a steady smiley face. And it was pretty cool. I took this stick out and I looked at it, and the control line was much darker. I'm sorry, the test line was much darker than the control line. The control line is the one that's furthest from the wick. The test line is the one that's closer to the wick. So on 11 days past 3-day transfer, my symptoms are kind of the same. I don't feel like the nausea as often. I feel different, if I can say, but I can't really pinpoint. I can't really describe the feeling. I was feeling different at that particular time. 12 days past 3-day transfer is when I had my beta, and then I had another beta today. So I know that you guys really want those results. So as soon as she calls me, I will get that posted. Well, this video posted for you guys. I was hoping she would call while I was kind of going through my 2-week wait. Oh, I did do some things on my 2-week wait. I'm sorry. On my 2-week wait, I did some coloring activities in adult coloring books, and I did that one. This is like my little miniature one. My husband did some too. Right now we're in the midst of and I did this one. Right now we're in the midst of a coloring contest. So I did this one the night before transfer because I could not sleep. We'll see, that was before transfer. We're supposed to be having a coloring contest. So maybe he'll let YouTube be the judge. He says he's gonna win. We'll see. But we both have pictures that we're working on. So I won't cheat and show you the ones that I'm doing now, because then he'll say that it isn't fair. Okay, this is one that I also did during my 2-week wait. Here. And I put the I did this one 2 and 3 days past 3-day transfer, and I put it in the heart. So I'll always have it as a memory, and I can go and frame it. I started one. I didn't finish because I really didn't like the design. But that's kind of what I did my 2-week wait. I tried to keep myself as busy as humanly possible. This coloring did keep me busy, to be honest. Oh, and I did this one. I didn't show you guys that one. So I did a lot of that, just kind of relaxing. And I did, and there's another one. I did a recording for meditation. It's by Zeta West. And let me go to it's called IVF Positive Visualization. I use iTunes, so I got it from the iTunes store. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. No, my phone is way too bright. Let me try to cut it down. See if that makes it. And now I didn't mean to play it. See if that. No, yeah, you can see it a tiny bit. But anyway, it is IVF Positive Visualization. If you have Apple Music, you can download it to your music, and it comes out of your Apple Music subscription, no additional cost. But they have a pre-transfer relaxation recording that's 27 minutes. They have a post-transfer relaxation recording that you listen to day of transfer, which is 28 minutes. And then they have a relaxation during the 2-week wait recording, and that one's 20 minutes. So I listened to that pre-transfer, post-transfer, and during my 2-week wait up until I took my beta, even after I got my positive results. In fact, I've listened to it last night because my nerves start to set in. Well, this recording is getting long. It's like 10 minutes. So as soon as she called me, I'm not sure why it's taking her so long today. As soon as she called me, as soon as Noah calls me, my nerves is like super shot. As soon as she called me, I will reach you guys via video. And this video will be current, so it is not a late posting, promise. Smooches, love, hugs, blessings, kisses, and all of those great things. And I am super nervous, by the way. Excuse my hair. I am super nervous, by the way. Bye. Okay, coming up, you're going to see a schedule. That schedule is a 3-day transfer schedule to kind of tell you how your embryos are developing as you progress. This is what I was speaking of in my video when I was explaining that on this day it should have been hatching, etc., etc. So I just wanted to post it so that you guys can take a look at it, and you can definitely use it if you like. Thank you.
We give this one to you. Hey, yeah.
Okay, I was like, oh, my nerves are like super bad.
No, I'm not super bad. I'm just super late.
No, I say my nerves were super bad.
Well, you are super pregnant.
Oh my God.
Yes, everything doubled, actually more than doubled than what we expected. So your original level was 305, and you're at 723 today.
Oh my God.
Yes. So we are good. We are good.
Okay, I'm excited.
We're going to have you come in for your first ultrasound, which will be your next appointment. It would be awesome and amazing if Jovan was able to come with you, but I know that his schedule is probably not as flexible. Do you want to look at a calendar right now and see if we can't get him coordinated, or what do you think?
Yeah, because he can typically just request whatever day off as long as we know.
Okay.
So he can typically just request it off because they know what we're doing. So they've been just giving him time off as he needed.
Okay. So for us to be able to potentially hear the heartbeat, we would want to see you when you're 7 weeks or more.
Okay.
And that would be June 1st, would be the earliest we'd want you to come in for that. And that's a Wednesday.
Okay, and that would put me at what, 7 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, technically, we can do it earlier than that, but here's the problem. We're not technically supposed to be able to definitively say that something's normal or not normal until 7 weeks on the ultrasound when we hear that heartbeat.
Okay, I would rather do it when you guys know that you'll be able to detect that everything is okay.
Yeah,
so I'm
that's
okay.
what I recommend.
So
because
I'm
if
okay.
you came in at like 6 weeks, 2 days, and we didn't quite hear it, what we would do is just have to schedule you to come back, and then you're on pins and needles as to whether something's normal or not.
Okay, so
you know?
We can do it that Wednesday. We can do it later in the week or earlier the following week. Whatever you think is best is fine.
No, I mean, we can do it the first, second, third. You tell me what works. If you want to do morning, we can do it. Probably the earliest would be like an 8 o'clock, 8:15.
Okay, let's do 8 o'clock on the 1st, and then I'll just let them know. I'll just let him know so that he can swap his date off. Instead of being off Monday, he can be off Wednesday.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, thank you
so
much.
Betsy will be the one doing your ultrasound, and we'll just see you then.
Okay.
Now, in the meantime, continue all your medications.
Okay.
Don't change anything you're doing. If you have any questions or concerns or have any problems, don't hesitate to give us a call.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Oh, I'm still recording.